Hey, one of the things that I get asked a lot, came in again this last week, that is very common for me, is people come to me and they say, hey, coach, I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. I don't know what to do. What should I do? And so I wanted to focus today's session of Ask the Coach Live on this area of, hey, I'm stuck. If you're stuck, if you've been stuck, you can put up your hand and say, yeah, that's me, that was me, that still is me. What do I do when I'm stuck? I've been stuck. There's been many times when I've been stuck, whether it's some area of your life, some area in your business, some part of the journey that you're on in this life, we get stuck. And oftentimes, the human condition is we just stay stuck. And we stay stuck a long time. And it gets really uncomfortable to be living in stuck zone, but yet somehow it becomes comfortable and we just stay there a long time. So I want to address, I'm stuck, Al. I'm stuck, coach. What do I do? Oftentimes when I am on Zoom calls with clients, sometimes I'm at a coffee shop because somebody just wants to come and get some advice from me, and they ask this question, I'm stuck. What should I do? I usually ask one question. This isn't going to take long. This isn't a rocket science thing to get through. It doesn't take much to get unstuck. It comes down to answering basically one question. One question. Maybe sort of a subset also to one question. So I can do it this way. I'm going to put it over here. It's one question and a half. 1.5 questions. And the question is this. What is the one thing? What is the one thing? Now, some of you might be able to come up with maybe 1 or 2 things, but more often than not, it's what's the one thing, maybe 2 things, that you're not doing, that you know if you would just do it, you could do it, and if you would do it, you would be further down the road than you are today. You would actually be unstuck and you'd be moving down the road further, farther, faster than you are today. What's the one thing, or maybe it's the 1 or 2 things, it's not normally a lot of things, but what's the one thing, maybe the 1 or 2 things, that you know that you should be doing, you could be doing it, and if you would just do it, you would be further down the road than you are today. What's that thing? And then I just sit there, and I create that sort of awkward silence with people, I just shut up. I'm not going to say anything else because I want you to answer that question. So as you're live with me today, or if you're watching this as the replay, take in that question, and I would say to you, friend, if you're stuck and you don't know what you should do, you don't know what you should be doing to get yourself moving, what is the one thing? What is the one thing that you know you could do, that you should do? And if you would just do it, you'd be moving forward again. And you'd move forward further, farther, faster down the road. What is that thing? And here's what I'm going to tell you. 100% of the time, 100% of the time, everybody knows how to answer that question. There's something inside of you. I don't know if it's in the psyche, it's in the subconscious mind, it's in the unconscious mind, whatever. There's something inside of you. It's down in that that still small voice, way down in the heart of hearts, that knows. You know what it is. And maybe we could even say it that way. When I said kind of the 1.5 ways to ask that question, maybe it's something that you should quit doing, that you're doing, that is causing you to stay stuck. And so you could ask the question this way. Friend, what is the one thing that you should quit doing, that you know if you would just quit doing it, and you could quit doing it, and you would quit doing it, you'd be unstuck and moving further, farther, faster down the road. So it could be, what's the one thing you know you should do, you could do, and if you would just do it, you'd get unstuck and you start moving? Or what is the one thing that you know that you should stop doing, that you should quit doing? You're doing it, but it's causing you to stay stuck. It's causing you to be stuck. What is the one thing that you should do or that you should quit doing? And if you would just do it, you'd be unstuck and moving further, farther, faster down the road. What is that? Sometimes I sit with people for 5 seconds. Sometimes that's all it takes, 5 seconds, and they know the answer. Sometimes we sit there for 5 minutes, and it's awkward, it's weird. We're just making weird googly eyes at each other, and we don't know where to look because I'm not going to say anything. Because the moment I say something, I'm going to ruin it for you. You've got to come up with it. I can't come up with it for you, but you know what it is. And so the question that can change you so quick for you, if you're honest with yourself and be willing to tune in to what God's telling you, to what source is telling you, to what your still small voice is telling you, for what your gut is telling you, to what your intuition is telling you, you know what it is. What's the one thing that you could do, that you should do, that if you would just do it, would get you unstuck and move you further, farther, faster down the road than where you are? Or what's the one thing that you know you should quit doing, that you should stop doing? And if you would just quit doing it, just stop doing it, would get you unstuck and get you moving further down the road, further, farther, faster. What is that thing? Now, when you know the thing, do it. Or when you know the thing, quit doing it, whatever that is. When you know the answer, and you know the answer, everybody always knows the answer. And when you know that answer, you've got to take appropriate action now. My mentor, one of my first mentors, Mr. Bob Proctor, the late, great, ingenious Bob Proctor, before he passed away. I used to mentor with him one-on-one, and it was an amazing time in my life. But and he would say this: when you know the answer, you've got to take immediate and massive action. Two things: immediate and massive action. When you know that there's that thing and it becomes into your awareness, there's that thing that I know that I should do. I've been putting it off. I've been procrastinating. Fear's been holding me back. I don't know what I don't know. You know what it is. When you identify it and you know that it's got you stuck and you know that it's holding you back, you've got to take immediate and massive action on it. It kind of makes me think, now just as I say that, since we're kind of live and my brain's going a little bit all over the place, you know me, I'm a little bit squirrel, but it made me think of something that my dad used to say to me. And my dad used to say this. He used to say, anything worth doing is worth doing well, or anything worth doing is worth doing right, right? And it was kind of like, hey, boy, if you can't do it right, don't even do it at all. And I got to tell you, it really created a procrastination sort of bent in me. And I would hold myself back, and I would keep myself stuck because I know that there was this next thing that I should do. This was the thing that I needed to do next to move me down the road. This was the thing that I needed to do to keep me moving so that I wouldn't get stuck. And if I did get stuck, I kind of had that knowing. I knew that I should do this thing, and I could do this thing, and if I would just do this thing, it would move me further down the road and get me unstuck and moving. But oftentimes, I was so afraid of it. I was scared of it. I was kind of panicky about it because I didn't know if I could do it right. I didn't know if I could do it well. I didn't know if I could do it perfect. Because my dad taught me that anything worth doing well is worth doing right, or anything worth doing is worth doing right, or well, you know the sentence, I get it. And it held me back, and it kept me stuck for a long time. And my grandfather came along one day, and he was, your dad's an idiot. Don't tell my dad he said that. But he goes, you know what? He goes, Al, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you can do it better. And once you can do it better, then do it better. And then once you can do it better than that, do it better than that. And then as you get better, and you can do it better than that, do it better than that. And so I just want to add that to a little piece of this, what's the one thing I know I should do? Because for me, maybe the same has been for you. You know what that thing is. I know what that thing is that has got me stuck because I got fearful. I got afraid. I got myself locked into perfectionism. And I didn't move forward and I held myself back. But I know I could do it. And if I would just do it, and I'd allow myself to do it imperfectly, even like my grandfather said, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. So even if I did it poorly, I've got to take immediate action on it. I've got to take massive action on it. And when I can do it better, I'll do it better. I hope that's helpful for you today. I know it's helpful for you today. It boggles my mind how many people have asked me that question over the years. How many times people have sat me down and kind of had this conversation with me over the years. And every time I ask them this same question. And every time, when we leave the conversation, that person is unstuck and moving forward. It'll work for you. It works for me. It'll work for you every time. Now, here's another piece I want to add on to it. You're going to get an idea. Now, as you're thinking about this, what is that thing that I should be doing? That if I could do it and I would do it, I'd be further down. Or is this that one thing that I should quit doing? Or sometimes people ask me, Al, I've got this idea. What do you think? This idea has come to me. What do you think I should do? Then it kind of plays in the should I do this or shouldn't I, and sometimes that holds us back and gets us stuck. So I'm going to bring this up piece here. And I'm going to give you this phrase. This is a life-changing question. This question, if you get this question and you can get it into your heart and you get it into your mind and you ruminate on this question and you think on this question and then you answer this question and then take action on this question, it'll change your life and it'll change your business. And it goes like this. If I act on this idea, will it move me in the direction of my dream? Or will it move in the direction of my goal? Put whatever word you want on that. So as you think about the first part of what we've talked about in this Ask the Coach Live session, I'm stuck, what do I do? What's the one thing that you know that you could do, that you should do, and if you would just do it, you'd get unstuck and you'd move yourself down the road? Go do it. So now you're going to think, okay, now I've come up with this idea. Now I know what this thing is. Or maybe you're not really stuck, but you've got an idea and about an area that you want to move your business into, or a business idea that you want to start. Or maybe it's not even to do with business, but something in your life, and you just get this idea. You go, oh, there's a good idea. I should do that. But then what do? We get ourselves stuck. We get ourselves stuck right away because we don't know if we should do it or shouldn't do it. And so you come to people like me and you say, hey, Al, hey, Coach, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Well, what do you think I should do? We become sort of unfocused and double-minded, and we go to everybody in our circle and we ask all kind of people that are unqualified to answer the question for us. Well, what do you think I should do? What do you think I should do? Well, what do you think I should do? And that keeps us stuck. So let me help you with another question. Again, I guarantee you this will change your life. This will change your business. And when you get to that place and you've got an idea, maybe you overheard a conversation from somebody and an idea has come from that. Or maybe you've watched a training video, or you've sat in on a class, or you've taken the seminar, or you've read the book, or you're just driving down the street and you see a billboard. Something comes into your consciousness and it creates an idea and you think, oh, I wonder if I should do that. That kind of maybe sounds good. I wonder if I should do that. Here's the question. You got it? Here comes the question. If I act on this idea, will it move me in the direction of my dream? So now let me unpack a little bit. Now I'm going to put a little caveat on the end, and the caveat on the end is this: without violating the rights of other people. So let me say it in its fullness. If I act on this idea, will it move me? Will it move you in the direction of my dream, of your dream? So let's pick this up. If. The very first word is if. So that's a condition. That means you've got a choice. So an idea has come. An idea's come. Maybe it's, oh, this is the one thing that I know I should do that'll get me unstuck and moving. Or this is the one thing that I know that I shouldn't do, that I should quit doing, that'll get me unstuck and get me moving. Or maybe it's just an idea has come from some place and it's lodged in your mind and your conscience, and you kind of go, oh, I wonder if I should do that. If you, friend, act on that idea, will it move you? You, Not will it move somebody else in the direction of their dream. Will move me in the direction of my dream? Who cares? If you act on the idea that has come to you, will it move you in the direction of your dream? Now, I guess you've got to have a dream. You've got to have a goal, right? Will it move you in the direction of achieving the goal that you set for yourself? Will it move you in accomplishing the dream that you have for yourself? And will it, and would it do that without violating the rights of other people? That means we're not going to stab somebody in the back. We're going to be integrous. We're going to have character. We're not going to, step over somebody to climb the corporate ladder to get them get there before whatever. You get it. If you act on this idea, would it move you in the direction of your goal, of your dream, without violating the rights of other people? Now, there's only 3 possible answers. Come on now. You know this. There's only 3 possible answers. Yes, no, and I don't know. Maybe, right? So if the answer is yes, if you act on the idea that has come to you, and you act on that idea, will it move you in the direction of your goal without violating the rights of other people? And it could be son of a gun, I never thought of that before, but it will. If the answer is yes, like Bob Proctor taught me, then you've only got one thing to do, and that is to take immediate action. And as Bob would actually say, take immediate and massive action on that idea. Because at the moment you determine that, yes, this will move me in the direction of my goal, this will move me in the direction of achieving what I want, this will move me in the direction of my dream, and it's not going to violate the rights of any other person, and I determine that it's a yes, and I don't do it, immediately I'm stuck, immediately I'm shut down, immediately I'm stopped. So you have got to take action. The time is right now. The time is when the idea has come. Take immediate, massive action. Now, you could ask the same question, and it could be a no. Let me give you an example. I remember one time years and years and years ago, this was back when, a few years after I was newly married, I was working in the oil field. I hated the oil field. I couldn't stand it. I didn't really like my job. I didn't like my career. And I was looking all over the place for something else, another direction to go, another line of work, another line of business, something that I could really jump, kind of get into. I wanted to make a lot of money. Back as young, it was all about the money. I wanted to make a lot of money. I don't know where I got this idea from, friends. I really don't. And I'm almost embarrassed to tell it to you. But somewhere along the line, I got this idea. Oh, I know what it was. I think I was listening to a talk radio show way back on CBC Radio. Don't judge me for CBC Radio, but whatever. I think I was listening to a talk radio show on CBC Radio, and they had this sheep farmer guy on, and he was talking about sheep farming and how much money there was back then, anyway, in sheep farming. I thought, oh, I should go sheep farming. Look at all the money that this guy's making in sheep farming. That's where it's at, man. There's gold in that sheep. I should go sheep farming. Now, hang on a second here. Wait a second. If I act on this idea, will it move? If I go now and stop everything that I'm doing and shut down everything I'm doing, and I go now to the bank, I don't know, and I go get a big fat loan to go buy a sheep farm and invest in a bunch of sheep, and I guess I'm going to have to get some rubber boots and go through the sheep chute, but whatever. I don't know the first thing about it, but if I start going in that direction, is this going to move me in the direction of my dreams, in the direction of my goal? I didn't have a dream that had anything tied to sheep farming. I didn't have a goal that had anything tied to sheep farming. What a stupid idea for me. It might have been a good idea for somebody else. It might be a yes answer for somebody else, but it was a no for me. So if you ask yourself that question and it's a no, dismiss it. Don't try to force a square peg into a round hole and shelve it and try to come back to it and shelve it and try to come back to it and force it to fit. Well, maybe it's the right thing for me to, but it's just the wrong time. No. If the answer is no, the answer is no. Flush it, shelve it, say thanks for sharing, next. Okay? So if the answer is yes, you've got to take immediate massive action. If the answer is no, you've got to dismiss it, shelve it, flush it, move on. But if the answer is, geez, I don't know, then you've got to treat it like a yes. Treat it like a yes. Take the first next step. Take the first next best step towards that thing. And here's what I'm going to tell you. As you begin to move forward in treating it like a yes, remember, taking immediate action on that idea, very, very, very quickly, every time, very quickly, it'll reveal itself to you, that it'll confirm that either it is a yes or it is a no. And whichever is revealed to you, obey it and take applicable action. The reason why we are stuck and the reason why we stay stuck is because we are disobedient to the instruction or to the idea that has come for us to do next. We get so stuck, those of us, I'm a faith guy, in Christendom, when they say, oh, I'm stuck, I'm just waiting on the Lord, I'm waiting on the Lord. Screw that. You're not waiting on the Lord. That's an excuse. The Lord's waiting on you. He's like, I already told you what to do. And you're not doing it. So I don't have to give you the next step and the next step and the next step and the next step. So many times we sit here and we think, well, the Lord hasn't shown me the whole picture. I don't know all the 47 steps. He doesn't need to give you the 47 steps because you've been disobedient to the first step. Go back to the place of the last disobedience. Go back to the thing that you know you should do, that you could do. And if you would just do it, you'd get unstuck and you'd be moving further, farther, faster down the road. You've got to go back to the last place of disobedient and become obedient. Go and repent to the Lord. Go look at yourself in the mirror and let yourself off the hook. Forgive yourself and get going. So, what did we learn today? If you're stuck, and you're going, I don't know how to get unstuck. What am I supposed to do? Lesson number 1, ask yourself, just get quiet. Just get quiet. Get into a meditative place. Get into a place of quiet prayer, whatever that is for you, and ask yourself, if I act on this idea, will it... Well, that's the second one. It's, what is the one thing that I know that I should do, I could do, and if I would just do it, I'd be moving again. Again, you don't need 47 steps. You don't even need the next 2 steps. All the green lights will never be on go. Just be obedient to the thing that you know you're supposed to be obedient to fulfill the step that's in front of you. And go do it. And as you begin to go do it, you'll immediately get unstuck. You'll immediately begin to get going. And you'll be moving further, farther, faster down the road. Remember, when ideas come to you, ask yourself, if I act on this idea, will it move me in the direction of my dream? Will it move in the direction of the successful achievement of my goal? And if the answer is yes, we've got to be obedient to it then and now. Because if you're disobedient to it, that's the moment you're going to get stuck, if you're not already stuck, and stay stuck. If the answer is no, flush it, move on. If the answer is I don't know, maybe, treat it as a yes, become immediately obedient, move forward in it, and it'll confirm itself to you very, very quickly whether it's a yes or no. And when you get that confirmation, act accordingly. I know it's going to change your life. I know that's going to change your business. Those 2 questions, 100% of the time, have always moved those that have come to me that are stuck. It moves them out of stuckness. It moves them going. And as they stay obedient to the idea that comes to them, as they stay obedient to the next best idea that comes, that they take through that test, it keeps moving them forward faster, 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 just like a locomotive picking up momentum down the track. And once that train gets moving and that momentum is pushing behind it, you could put up a steel reinforced cinder block wall, 10 feet wide, and that train will just knock it right over. Make a lot of noise, but it'll knock it over. But if you don't have that momentum going, you ever notice that one little door wedge, one of those little wooden door wedgy things, you stick that into the front wheel of a locomotive when it's sitting in the yard, and it can't move. It'll never push beyond that little tiny wooden block. You need some momentum in your life. You need some momentum in your business. Be obedient to the idea that's in front of you. Be obedient to the instruction that's in front of you. You won't get the next one. You won't get unstuck until you're obedient to the thing where you were last disobedient. I think you got it. You get the message.